Okay, first thing first, before you start thinking of coming to the UK, these are the documents you should keep ready, and also have it in mind that you will need them. So one of the documents, you need to get your original certificate or statement of results, but original certificate will be the best, because statement of results you may just use it for just at the early stage of your application, a consequent time, or in the process of the application they'll ask for the original certificate. So if you have your statement of results, you can work with that, but I advise you go for original certificate. Then after your original certificate, you also need your international passport. Your international passport is one of the documents you need, because you know you're traveling out of Nigeria and you cannot travel out of Nigeria without your international passport. Then the other thing you also need is your O-level certificate. You need your O-level certificate. You also need to write what we call SOP, statement of purpose. What is the purpose why you want to study that course? What is the purpose why you want to study in that school? Also, what's the purpose why you want to study in that country? And it should be a focus driven purpose, not just it should be a very constructive statement of purpose, because that will also give you a chance of even being interviewed. Because if your statement of purpose is not constructive enough and not well enough, you may not even get the interview chance. So after getting your writing your statement of purpose, you also search for the school you want to apply to. The schools, well, I'm not advised to apply to one school. Search for the schools you want to apply to. Just know what you are supposed to know in those schools. Know how much is your fees. We call it your tuition fee. Know how much is your initial deposit. Know how much instrumental payments you have to pay. Because some schools may be enticing. Yeah, the initial deposit may be somehow little, but some of them, as you are arriving, before you start anything, so when you do your registration, you need to pay 50% of the school fees. Yeah, so all these are all the things you need to know. You need to make a thorough research of the school and the country you are going to. Then after that, knowing the school fees and all stuff, you also need to be prepared financially. Some persons are asking me how much do you need, how much do they need. Okay, approximately you'll be needing almost 20 million for the start to take you down to this country. If I'm not mistaken, almost 20 million, so that there'll be no let me say breach of fund. There'll be no challenge of funds. So if you are about starting, just keep 20 million, because there's so many things you need to pay for. Currently now, all the schools in UK are increasing their school fees, and also their initial deposit is also increasing. So you just keep 20 million. The 20 million just comprises of initial deposit. It also comprises of your POF, proof of fund, the subscription you pay for a POF. It also comprises of your visa and IHS fee, and also it comprises of your flight ticket. Comparison of flight. Some persons may be saying, how will flight ticket and other stuff now make up to 20 million? Don't worry, you may not know how it make up, but I'm telling you, it will actually make up. So it's better you keep that amount, and if it's not up to that amount, you're on the safe side, than you keep lesser. Then when it's now more than that amount, you'll be running helter skelter, because anytime you waste, it's actually counting on you. You understand? Anytime you waste, if you waste the time in paying for your IHS and visa, it's counting on you, because there's a time that the school gives. If that time elapsed, even if maybe if you have gotten, maybe mistakenly you get, not even mistakenly, you get your visa, that last day to that date that the school gave, you will not be able to come over. That is just the problem. So you need to keep that I'm saying almost 20 million. You need to keep it standby so that you can make everything, all the process fast. And also during the process of your application, you need to prepare very well, because especially if you're coming for nursing and some other courses, you'll be asked, or you go through an interview. You go through an interview. I'll also say my process did not just start one day. Yes, I've been on the process of this for over 1 year. So it's not something that maybe as you have seen, or as you are saying that I'm in the UK, you may be thinking I just disappeared and come here, or I just know. I've been on the process over 1 year. I've done so many interviews, and unfortunately I didn't pass some of them. And so you'll be interviewed. Definitely you'll be interviewed. And if you not pass the interview, there's no way you will get the offer. So you also need to prepare for your interview. If you are coming for a nursing or any medical course, make sure you have a medical background. Yes, sir. Make sure you have a medical background. And also on your CV, make sure that medical background is there. Also, why submit your CV, or why create your CV, make sure there's no lapses. What I mean by that, make sure there's no breakdown. What I mean by make sure there's no breakdown is make sure there's no space on each year. Maybe you finish this year 2025, you start working 2027, or let me say 2026. So this month is a breakdown. So when you are doing your CV, make sure that there's no space of such. There's no space where, okay, you finish this one, then you do not